Light machine guns were a largely forgotten weapon type from launch up until 1.4, when the Hungry Hog brought LMGs out of the shadows and into the limelight. Let's take a look at the best-in-class light machine guns for Update 1.5. What's going on, ladies and gents? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and as you requested in today's Division video, I'm going to cover the best-in-class weapons for the light machine gun classification. Currently in the game, there are 5 weapon archetypes in the LMG classification. They are the L86s, M249s, M60s, MG5s, and RPKs. I will strictly be using the raw base damage stats found in the data mine for Update 1.5 for both burst and sustained damage, and include some of my thoughts as to how each weapon performs. This doesn't mean that a lower ranked weapon cannot outperform a higher ranked one, as this ranking system does not take into account damage rolls and talents, and only takes into account the raw weapon damage numbers of each archetype. First up and in 6th place are the M60s, and it truly pains me to list this beast of a weapon in last place. The devs brought the M60 up to speed with other LMGs in Update 1.4 when they increased the base damage by 19.4%, but those days are long gone. In particular, the Hungry Hog, which dominated all other LMGs in Meta 1.4, was hit particularly hard when it had its base damage reduced by 13%. M60s have the highest base damage range of all of the LMGs, but fall dramatically behind in rate of fire, clocking in at just 500 rounds per minute. The M60 and Hungry Hog can still offer agents with a strong option for sustained damage when fully modded with a mag mod, but the Nerf hammer has hit this former top performer hard in Update 1.5. In 5th place are the M249s, which include the M249 Bravo, Military Mark 46, and Tactical M249 Para models. Strengths of this LMG include a slightly higher fire rate than the M60, clocking in at 550 rounds per minute, and the second highest base damage figures of any of the LMGs. The M249 does provide extended sustained damage capabilities through the use of a mag mod that can reach into the 200 round counts. However, like the M60s, the M249s suffer in this ranking chart due to their low RPM. For those of you who are still holding on to your Hungry Hogs, the M249s are superior in sustained damage in this ranking chart due to their higher fire rates. Oh, how the hog has fallen. In 4th place are the RPKs, which include the Black Market, Classic, and Military variants. The RPKs offer agents assault rifle handling characteristics while using an LMG, and I still enjoy using this weapon for daily missions. Even though the RPK has the second lowest base damage figures of any weapon in this classification, it makes up for it in stability and an elevated RPM of 650 rounds per minute. Although reload speeds are not factored in for this classification, the RPK has greatly reduced times versus a belt-fed LMG and can be a good weapon to use for training yourself on LMG firing characteristics. Lower base damage figures really hold this weapon back from being ranked higher on this chart. In 3rd place are the L86s, which include the custom A2 and military LSW models, and prior to Update 1.4, this was one of the more common seen LMGs on agents' backs. Firing more like an assault rifle, the L86 was more of a hybrid weapon, and that it had the lower ammo counts much like an AR, but didn't require constant wrestling to keep on target like a belt-fed LMG. Strengths of the L86 include the lowest reload speed of any LMG and ease of control in that stability while firing full auto is quite good. It is this combination of decent base damage, RPM, and firearms scaling factors that help this AR-like LMG into the top 3. In 2nd place is the named RPK the Pecan, and I know this is going to turn a lot of heads, but the math supports this statement. The Pecan is an excellent all-around LMG in this current meta, and these top 2 LMGs are quite a bit ahead of any of the competition. The Pecan has the second highest base damage of any of the LMGs, tied with the M249s, but climbs this ranking chart due to its RPM of 650 rounds per minute and increased firearms scaling factors. In addition, the Pecan is always available for purchase at the Base of Operations weapons vendor and comes standard with excellent talents. This really is a superb LMG that offers AR-like stability with impressive damage stats and boss-shredding weapon talents. In first place is the newly introduced MG5, as it just squeaks by the Pecan by the narrowest of margins for best burst damage. This really was a toss-up for the top spot, and the Pecan does best the MG5 in sustained damage, so it is really up to you for which to equip. The MG5 was truly overpowered in the PTS leading up to update 1.5, but was nerfed just prior to launch by nearly 22% to bring it back in line with the rest of this classification. The MG5 has the lowest base damage figures of any of the LMGs, but pulls ahead in the area of RPM with a class-leading 800 rounds per minute. The base starting mag of 50 is just 5 more than the Pecan, but the RPM is what truly identifies this weapon. Once again, to summarize, the MG5 is just slightly better in the area of burst damage, but the Pecan is the clear winner for sustained damage. The Hungry Hog has been nerfed so much it is virtually worthless compared to where it was, and the RPKs, L86s, and M249s are average in comparison to the top 2 weapons on this chart. As always, I would love to hear what you thought about my best-in-class light machine gun weapon review for update 1.5. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. In addition, if you could take the time to rate the video with either a thumbs up or down, it would be greatly appreciated. If you want some more LtBuzzLitebeer and my Division content in your life, feel free to sub my channel and follow me on Twitter at LtBuzzLitebeer. If you have questions about any weapon in the Division, look no further than my comprehensive weapon review playlist to answer any and all of your questions. And remember, for my channel, likes, comments, subs are loved. Until my next The Division video, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer saying peace out.